Let's go.
What?
Back. No need to ride from here.
Caution, brother.
Does it bother you that we haven't heard a single human sound?
Everything about this place bothers me.
No mistakes. won't be easy. Back to the stables, girl. Ambrosia won't help me here. No mistakes. This is no time to ride.
The calm before the storm.
There's only one way into that city. Across the bridge. Through the main gate. Right into the midst of whatever is left of the late King's army. Are you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
What the hell happened here?
I dare not think. A stroke of good fortune, perhaps?
I hope you're right.
So do I.
has claimed them all.
Let's see that we're not next.
behemoth.
Who would be mad enough to tame such a beast?
Stand back.
Get up.
Here it comes.
Well, what are we waiting for? Desperate times.
Clive, no!
Trust me. And your shield, remember?
I think this might be a job for a freak!
Why would you turn to him, brother? When we fight together.
That wasn't too bad.
That was just the beginning.
Quickly, before we're cut off for good.
If it is like the others, the entrance to the inner sanctum will be at the foot of the crystal. We're almost there.
Not what I was expecting.
Once we step onto that bridge, we'll be easy targets.
Then we better move quickly. What are you waiting for? castle, then.
I don't see any other way. So many.
Focus, Joshua. We're not done yet.
So I should let the burden fall to you? Yes, you should. Save your strength for the Mother Crystal.
There's a good boy.
What monsters have eaten to grow so big?
You don't want to know.
Say something yourself.
There's no end to them. The whole bloody army's here. Stand back, Joshua. I'm summoning Ifrit.
Stop, Clive! You mustn't. We still have a long way to go. If you tap your strength here, you'll have none left to destroy the heart.
Then you'd rather die? Jill!
She's not alone.
surprised to see us.
How did you?
Gav. He told us exactly where you'd be. Even sniffed out a crack in the castle wall. And when we saw the heavens come crashing down, we had no choice but to believe him. It's been quite a day.
To what do we owe this honor?
A debt I would see repaid.
Prince Dion. It's good to see you well.
So, this must be Ifrit. Your uncle bade me give you a message. Listen to your heart. It will guide your steel true. Your father would expect no less. That is all.
Thank you.
For everything, Your Highness.
Dion, please.
You do realize the only thing we've freed so far is this wall from its foundations, right? Now, if your lord and ladyship's quite finished...
Well said, Gav. We have work to do.
But don't suppose there's out I can say to make you change your mind. Nan won't take kindly to losing her best customer.
And we wouldn't want to anger old Nan.
You mean, you'll buy? Welcome to Goots's Toll. Righto, here you go. Thank you. Is there else you need? Got everything you need, then? All done then? No.
If Sid were here today, I reckon he'd be proud of you, Clive.
He'd be proud of us all. I couldn't have made it this far without you, Torgal.
Each parting brings the hope of reunion. I missed you, Clive.
I missed you too.
There is still much I would learn of your tale. Until then, all who might come between me and such knowledge shall answer to my spear.
I do not envy them.
You see, Clive, we're not alone. If we are to win the day, we must all play our part. And ours. Ours lies beyond those doors.
We fought long and hard for this moment. Sid's dream, our dream, is within our grasp.
We need only endure this final trial, and we shall. Together.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate. And we shall face it together.
Aye.
It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting.
Thank you.
Welcome, sons of fire.
Come back.
What?
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't stone here.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them. All of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We find him, and we leave.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning. When the world was still young, we visited upon it a miracle, magic, and in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
But if it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
I expect he'll tell us soon enough.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First, we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies. And so we cast them off. Thus, stripped to our very spirit, did we find our new paradise. A land as pure as driven snow, Valisthea. There would the true work begin, for the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution, the illness having spread to every organ. There was but one escape from this fate, to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the Blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity.
You created us.
Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos, all that you might one day blossom. And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove a grave mistake. For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his god's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own. And from that single errant impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource, and the land, she wept tears of black.
He would condemn us for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. Though we're one and the same.
Ifrit, or what's left of him.
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction. But she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you, as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
To right your wrongs. If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours.
Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Muthos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all!
What? That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
My friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have. And if we can't share it, I see only one other choice. You have to go.
You may have created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore. It's ours.
Bow down, offenders, hearts disdained. attaint may not be sublimed through game standing. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals incapable even of contrition, in fitting season shall we reap our harvest. Know your insignificance.
Guess we're ready.
Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now?
The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel before us. countless generations have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try.
So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
Clive! None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look, Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Mythos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Damn it, Clive. Wake up.
That hurt.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
Once again, 'tis my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin, does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Mythos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering. And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking, and back to their origin.
Bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here. Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
I will be with you anon.
Thank you. I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need his help.
There's something about it.
Still alive. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon.
It's a long story.
Right.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder, and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion Spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon.
Well, the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canberra is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from Stonehere.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stonehere, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset.
Well, what's that for you, dear? Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Anything else?
Unless you've taught our chocobos how to fly, I won't be scouting this one for you, Clive.
There is much to consider.
Sid! Look what said they were all the rage in Dalamil. Have you had one before?
Something smells good.
Bombs!
Eh? A bloody great hole in it.
It's a bad...
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks to the command, he knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to.
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Take as much time as you need, brother.
He tells me Ultima will wait. Say your farewells, and let us be gone.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost, with the darkening sky. But be that as it may. If I may observe, history can wait. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. Did you learn everything you needed?
will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go.
Come to wish on a star.
This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost... time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Thank you, Uncle.
As for down here... Clive! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved. But such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these... We must move quick.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends... In short, if Storm does not stand...
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal...
I thought he was...
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. Havel has always been a man of... frustratingly rigid principle. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course. You don't mind.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, I'll leave for Randalar. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dhalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent.
No.
Ah, Clive. This is it then, brother. Indeed.
You're wrong.
Of course.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's... not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will. Or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt, beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the...
Imperials, the Undying, took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been...
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter.
Very well.
Cid, do you...
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her. Bearers with no one to look after them. When Ether started lapping at the wall.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened.
Cid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust, and while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than...
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, and we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times.
Thank you, Cid. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. The thought of him held
He must be very important.
He was.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit walls. We should head there as quickly as we can.
As do I, Dor.
Cid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds is... As you know, the work we do is not easy. Which is what...
I don't mind, but...
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains. But scouting? We're few with the nose for that. Which is... And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in...
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test?
One can never have too...
Truer words. I'll let the initiate know that and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
What do you think happened?
Cid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No.
It's Miss Midadol. Very.
When she is, she acts like...
In the clouds.
That's what I said.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind.
Not long ago.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise.
You didn't break it, did you, Cid? Don't listen to her.
But who's gonna put Miss Midadol back?
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning. Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm. And that's with the... But what if she weren't bound to the waves? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves. The Fallen had their chance. But they relied too, but not me. Well, almost.
And is that a one...
Are you volunteering? But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, at first I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff. Like, then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no...
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the Cursebreakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some.
I should speak with one of the Cursebreakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Nidalee mentioned a new project yet?
I will not let them be forgotten. Cid.
Of course.
It is an honor to find... My name is Herman. I wish to be deployed to Ash.
No. I will not send good men and women. Why would you want to go...
I need to retrieve some. I was raised, or rather, it was not a place of nurture. We were tortured, and few ever survived long enough.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many, but they must be remembered. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured. Cid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry, so that my brothers and...
But it's too dangerous for you. I'll go to...
You will?
I won't let you... You can stop.
Vida Grace.
All right.
May them...
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our shelter.
First the skies, then the crystal.
Something tells me this is no mere advent. Pining for something, boy. What is it? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's where.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid clapped that there iron on him to keep him from doing...
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you. Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you?
Not nearly as much as you have, lady.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you.
Where to, then?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
All right, Torgal. I'm going to need a little bit more than that. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west. Toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in... To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away.
All right, Sid.
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Ul Bidza, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Normally, I wouldn't recommend going anywhere near an Adamantus, let alone one that's had a few centuries to let its temper simmer.
Vivian, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you...
Thank you, Clark. But tracking it...
Please. You have... It's only right that I return the fate.
You are too... Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, but this book... It set me on the path to becoming...
Ah, Clive, my boy.
Harpocrates. I've been charged with locating a book.
And you seek one whose name I had not? You've been talking.
Right as always, but she didn't seem keen to tell me very much.
And yet I gather it did not. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible.
The Executor?
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't...
Why? They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which
would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her
by the hand of the executors.
But what drives them?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers.
And my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting?
Not from thin air. Rumors of the executors are but rather less so across the strait. I had a friend in the village of Garn. Alas, I have. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that if you were, by some chance...
Very well. I'll be sure to pay...
Your Grace?
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate. What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
This is the Required Tree, an archive where we of the Undying collect and collate our findings. Fragments of Ultima's true nature surely lie buried within these pages. We have only to unearth them.
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, working for their own ends. Why, not so very long ago,
My lord. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift.
Lift up your head, Lady God. You have our gratitude for your service to our...
I merely did my duty.
My lady.
What exactly is the...
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes.
Indeed it has.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Alas, he did not. He had intended to claim the Heartstone, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finish, but with his grace long since gone. You are grown men, and while I would not presume to insist upon, I know that nothing would have...
Thank you. What say you? What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am much...
Do you know where we might find this?
I do. Though it may be, it is found in the bellies of Elder Grey. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's wake.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its... Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield?
What say you, Joshua? What else?
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Eyes peeled, Joshua. straight home now.
There it is.
House Rossfield. Open! Is this the...
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is...
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes, this radiant luster. Thank you, my lord. Your father would...
Lady Goditha?
Thank you, Cyril. If you would excuse me, I shall have this... No. The armband, pray. Take them. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Enemies who would thwart his vision.
And only if we stood together. As Phoenix and Shield. As brothers in arms.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you. His heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but There is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for... In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewellery. I tried to warn your father, but it was when word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took her...
And thank the Founder you...
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone, and so my pursuit continued. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my...
As do I.
Thank you for coming.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive.
It is.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest let him see that you have received his...
I suppose it would be churlish. What do you say, Clive?
I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Your father's helm is ensured. Since the day we recovered it from... I prithee, claim it. And I do not doubt that your father would...
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive.
Lord Marquis?
What is it?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait. He sent an owl somewhat...
Was he surveying an...
No. The object of his study was a savior cult, an ancient religion that, by gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash?
Fully I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order. Though he has been silent for some days now, yet it seemed only right, for as you so earnestly advised me...
But Ash is a big place.
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him, Mickleberg was its name. It lies, if aught ill befell him. I expected...
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hope.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
Here to help me? Thanks, but I'll be traveling...
You're really going to go through?
I am. But before I...
If it's within my power.
It's the children. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would... I can think of only one place where they are...
Of course.
Thank you, Clive.
Lubor!
What is it, Ferda?
There's been a flood in the Velcroy. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in...
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand. We need to evacuate. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of... The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
What's an Akashi?
You have to listen to me.
Told me that even meaner and scarier.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
What do you want?
To pass on an important... There's been an ether flood. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been... They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading that you may believe his lies.
But why would he lie about us?
Some twisted attempt. If he had not been unmasked, a great honor for one, he might well...
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but Lubor cannot be trusted.
You may not trust me. But if there is any chance...
There isn't. Now be off with...
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Furder.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Furder.
Cid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about it. They've convinced themselves that nothing loop... A bloody... Which means the town guard can't be... But I can. You only have to...
I appreciate...
Cid!
Victor.
I couldn't abandon a friend, and Lubor is in need at this very moment.
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that.